Hey guys, ExitSign250 here, and I'm going to be giving you guys ExitSign setup 4. So, let's go ahead and get started. So the ExitSign I have is the generic combo, or I like to call a Starbucks combo, and it's basically a standard combo like this one, but as you can see, you can adjust the emergency lights to go above the sign or on the side, unlike standard combos that only are like this. This actually can have position the emergency light heads to go above. But as you can tell, this is a generic brand because of the emergency light. And personally, I don't like how the generic brands black housing stuff has the white emergency lights because it just doesn't look good. It looks fine for these, but I wish they would have it something else. I mean, like the reflectors work because they're silver, but anyway. But surprisingly, this is a knockoff brand, but it's really bright. I would even think it's brighter than this one right here. It is incandescent, LED lettering, incandescent heads, but it's still really, really bright, and it's pretty cool. Fun fact, this combo and this combo are made by the same company. If you're wondering what that company is, I think it's Design Lighting, I think. They're both made by Design Lighting. Just a generic, probably Chinese brand. But this one's good right here. I like it. It's alright, but this one's good. Only thing I dislike about these generic brands is their batteries. This battery right here is from this sign. This one is from that one right there. I dislike it is because they do not charge at all. They don't come charged and they don't charge. How I know that is because I have this Surelights combo, and for those that know about the Surelights combos, they were discontinued because they would charge the battery way too much. So I kept the battery in it when it was in the garage for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and nothing. I mean, I would understand if it would charge a little, but nothing. So, also another thing they do is they glue it in the unit, which I really dislike. I had to tear them out, both of them. This one took off a little bit of paint. This one really didn't do anything. But I really don't like that they do that because they don't charge at all. And I've noticed sometimes when I test these, they don't work. It's either the installer never plugged in the battery or the battery never charged. So that's the one thing I dislike about these signs. But let's go ahead and test it. As you can see, it is really, really bright. Right there, and yeah. I call this the Starbucks combo because commonly around here, you see combos that are black housing, green lettering. Sometimes it's not this particular combo. It could be like ones like this that are black housing, green lettering, or even full LED ones, which you rarely see, and black housing, but you know. So yeah, so there's that. And I have this head pointing in the basically both of these heads are kind of lighting up the pathway and the door. So the emergency light I have is the ELM2. I was about to say LED, but this is the incandescent. And it might not look like it's adjusted, but since this does a good job, surprisingly, this head I have pointing back there, and this one is pointing in the kind of this area right here, which it does a great job actually. Well, yeah. But as you know, these were recalled, or at least the circuitry was. So, anyways, let's go ahead, and I'm going to turn off the lights, and we'll see how bright these things are. Alright, both of these are now in emergency mode. Obviously, you can tell this one's a lot brighter than this one, because these have reflectors. But this one is still, look how bright. Isn't that crazy? I like that about this generic, even though it's generic, it's still good. Then as you can see, this one is pretty bright right here. So let's go ahead and check everything. So this one, as you can tell, it somewhat lights up the door. And down here, it somewhat lights up the path, as you can tell. And then, you can't tell, but right here there is a light going around, but the camera doesn't pick it up. And this one points back there. Hi. And lights up over here. So if I were over here, you can see, I could walk over here and get out. So let's go ahead and turn that on. You can see it's a lot darker with it back on AC power. But yeah. So now let's go downstairs and see what I did. By downstairs, I mean in my garage. So what we got, the exit sign is the generic combo black housing. You can see I have both black housing signs in this setup. So as you probably know, I really dislike this one because some things. I mean, most of the time when you get newer signs like this, the battery already comes charged. Well, in this case, somewhat charged. I mean, I'm not saying it doesn't come charged like the one upstairs, but this particular one is charged, but I dislike it because it dims really easily. Now this one I haven't tested in about a week and a half. Everything except the generic, I guess, quote-unquote Starbucks one upstairs has been on for about a week. The Starbucks one has been on for about 2 weeks. And I haven't tested this or the emergency light you're about to see. But, so we're going to find out how bright it is of a charging span of about a week. I dislike this one because when it's in emergency mode and the battery is about to run out, most combos will cut off the exit lettering and keep the emergency lights on, which I think is better. But in this case, this sign cuts off the emergency lights and keeps the exit lettering on, which I really don't like. But anyway, so this sign is somewhat bright. It's not the brightest. The exit lettering isn't bright, but the emergency light's somewhat bright. So, and I have this head right here pointed like usual on the stairs, and the other head like usual pointing in this kind of area. So now let's look at the emergency light. The emergency light I got is the EU2 LED by Lithonia. I think it kind of looks good there and kind of meant to be. I think it looks cool. And yeah, so I kind of have this in a quote-unquote generic adjustment. I have them in the diamond shape pointing down because I like the emergency light because most of the time there's a car here and a car here to be pointing in a little like path, because when my dad's car's here there's like a path. So I like this to be pointing in that path since it's kind of like pushed over here. It sometimes can't, but it tries to. So this head kind of points like right here, kind of down here, and the other one points right here. So haven't tested these things in about a week-ish. Let's go ahead and do it. So first let me turn off the lights. There we go. Pitch black in here, except for the windows. So there's that one, and there's this. It looks bright, but it's not bright at all, guys. I'm serious. This thing is dim. So let's go ahead and plug them. Alright, let's unplug the combo first, if I can get it unplugged. There we go. Oh, this one's bright, since it's been charging forever. As you can see, it lights up right here, so I can walk down safely, and somewhat lights up there. So, the emergency lights, now that I look at it, are somewhat bright. The exit lettering is still dim, but since I've been charging for a while, it's good. And let's go ahead and unplug this one and see what it does. Mirror. Okay. And there it is. Really bright. By the way, full LED for those that haven't figured it out yet. And as you can see, it does do its job. Somewhat lights here. It kind of lights up the car though. But still, it does its job. They can get out right here, and then usually like, the car would end like right about here. Get here and get out. Realistically, probably only a combo would be needed because this is real, like no one's gonna be over there with those cars. But if I mean either that or just I would see maybe just a combo, not an emergency light, because that's kind of not needed. But yeah, so let's go ahead, turn on the lights and see what it looks like. That's the wrong switch. There we go. And kind of pointless now, unlike my brighter combos that actually do something. Sadly, this one really doesn't light up anything, just the car, as you can tell. You wouldn't really notice it, but this you'll notice since it's like shining in my face. So let's go ahead and plug this one back in. There we go. And now it's back on AC mode. And let's unplug. Plug this one back in. And where did I put the plug? There it is. Just unplug that in. Yeah, eventually, hopefully, we'll have a power outage soon. And I can show whatever's up on. So yeah, guys, that is, I guess, it. Hope you enjoyed. Have any questions about any of the signs or units or whatever's, just to let me know. Or if you want to ask for, that's basically the same thing. Or if you want me to put up a specific sign or emergency light, just let me know. I'll be happy to. Just kind of want to do that. So, anyways, that's it. And I guess I will see you guys in another video. Bye.